And that carried on into college. I was quiet. I stayed to myself. I was respectful to everyone that respected me. But as soon as you want to get disrespectful, I get disrespectful back. And that may not be the nicest thing because you adding fire with fire. But eventually, one of us going to get burnt. And I, especially in retail, oh my gosh, in retail, I couldn't I hold my tongue sometimes, but work, it was, oh gosh, I had to hold my tongue. um, but a lot of time I really thought I was, you know, because I was like okay with whoever guy I was dating, checking out other girls, thinking it's okay, it's cool. And I would check them out. I'm like, okay, like she looks fine or whatever. And I'm starting to think like this idea of maybe I'm the same, play with the same team. And I like dwell on it afterwards for quite some time. I was just like, no, I can't. Even though I didn't want marriage, I didn't want kids. I was like, that's not in the Bible. So it was like a thought what came in, but like I would hear or remember like a Bible verse would come into my head. With this Adam and Eve, not Eve and Amanda. Like, no, like that doesn't work. So I was just like, okay, like I'm like, then I kept hearing like, oh, it's good to experiment. Everyone experiment in college. I was like, there goes that thing, like everybody did it, you should do it too type of attitude. I'm just like, I'm already dealing with this corn thing, the self-pleasure thing, and I was like, no, like no. I was like, that one I'm gonna have to be like, no, put that on pause. So around after my cousin passed, I dated this guy, and that's also on my channel, and he was sweet, was persistent. He was persistent about dating me. I got 2 jobs. I didn't want to work and date at the same place. He swore he's different. I was like, I never done it. That's the thing. Where I work, it's just where I shouldn't date. And he broke that down, and I tried it. He was very manipulative, very evil with his words if he didn't get what he wanted. Let's say he took me out to dinner and he paid for the dinner. He would ask, are we going to have sex? And I was just like trying to not have sex anymore after the termination, and trying to wait till marriage. I was trying to regain or reborn, be a born again Christian. And every time I kept explaining that to him, he would get mad and talk about my past back to me, what I shared with him. Like, oh, you're getting big, knowing I had ED, I had body dysmorphia, and would bring that up to me. And like, maybe we shouldn't, like, maybe we should slow down on eating. I'm like, I barely eat. I work 1 job and then snack on my way to the next job. I don't eat. So what are you talking about? Then let's say he did it again, go out, eat, he pay, he'll ask again. And then be like, are you sleeping with someone else? I have 2 jobs. I don't have time to do that. He'll call. If I don't answer my text quick enough, I'm working at a shoe store. My hand's gonna be busy fixing and cleaning up the store. So I didn't understand where would this be coming from. And so it's like 4 months, and even me getting drunk with him, and he took advantage of that point of essay. I'm gonna say that because I didn't say we can do that. And the words that he said after he did that, and I was like feeling kind of funny down there, and I asked him, did you do something? And he's like, yeah. I was like, out in public? I just felt like, ew, gross. Like, that's disgusting. In a hookah bar? Like, no. And then he was like, I should have took you home and had my way with you. I was just like, I felt like, I don't know what, it was like a feeling like, don't trust him after that. And I was confused, so I went and asked my guy friends, and they was like, that's not what you say to your girlfriend. Like, you shouldn't be, don't drink with them, don't do anything with them. And then will say, certain things he will say would just like baffle me, and telling me I'm gonna have his kid after I told him that what I did. And he was just like pushing the fact that we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and as if to say I don't have a say in how I feel in my body. And if I was upset, I was being a crybaby, and I couldn't. And then I broke it off after he got being a little forceful when he was sick at his place. And I just like felt like because it was Ramadan, he didn't fully go through with it. Okay, cool. On his birthday, he went full through with it and wouldn't stop. He wouldn't stop, and I just felt hopeless. He wouldn't stop. So it was just like, well, what did I do? He got out of the car, wanted some pictures for his Instagram for his birthday, and then carried on like nothing happened. It was just like, who did I tell? Like, is it like an unspoken rule at the job to not even date? You can't tell them at the job. Everybody at the job thinking he's such a nice guy, he won't hurt nobody. Let alone he's like a monster. And so I was just like, I didn't like how I was feeling every time I would talk to him. Every time he would text me, kept drilling me if I was sleeping with someone else, if I was cheating, and just being mean to me. Like, we got into an argument one time, and I'm clocking in, he's pulling my hair in front of like three other coworkers, and I'm looking back at him like, and he's laughing. And so I'm just like, why are you pulling my hair? I was just trying to get your attention. Like, that's not how you get someone's attention. And I'm just like, it's nothing. I was like, anything I say, it won't even matter, because he's a nice guy in this established at the workplace. And so I was just like, I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, I'm good. We could just be friends, and try and like get him away from me. After that, he was cool with that. He respected it. And I felt way better. You know, he'll still call me and still ask me, like, are you seeing someone else? He would still ask me if I'm seeing someone else, if there isn't anyone else there. And I would tell him, no, like, I'm literally at my job right now, working. There's no one here right now. I don't have time for that. And I was like, like, even as a friend, like, you're still doing the same tactics. And it's just like, okay, cool. Just leave me alone. Like, stop calling me. We're not together. Do you go find some other person? Hopefully you're more nicer to them. Get help. Like, you're crazy. So he invited me out to like a coffee date. So I was okay, cool. Try and catch up after like that whole ordeal. And it's like the afternoon. I don't think I was working. Or I just came off from the other job, DSW. And it's like, I think it was summer or spring. But otherwise, other than that, I was wearing like this dress with a cardigan because you know, not that confident. And we go on this coffee thing, and he's like, well, maybe we could get back together. I was like, I'm not feeling it right now, so you know, I'm good. I'm straight. Like, then he tried to say like maybe we can live in together. I was like, yeah, no, like, I'm good, I'm straight. And even though I want to move out on my own, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm fine where I'm at. I'll just work or get another job. He's like, you don't have to do that, you can come live with me. I was like, I'm good. Trying to be as nice as possible. And you know, he walked me to my car, or my mom's car. Walked me to my car, and something told me to keep my door open, even though it was hot. It was so hot. He closed the passenger seat, and something told me to keep the door open. You know, he tried to reach over and close my door. I kept holding my arm out and leave my leg in, but in enough so he don't go in between my legs, which he tried while forcing himself on me again. And this is like still daylight. This is like anyone could see us if possible. And once he realized I didn't want it, I didn't want none of that, I kept telling him to stop, and he didn't want to stop. And I kept moving his hand away from my legs. He eventually stopped and leaves and slams the door, and I never see him after that. I just felt like, bruh, like, I don't know. Tissue. So a lot of my thumbnails, they're like really telling. Really telling. You can't really see the details that I put in it, but it's really telling you why I put that as like, he first off talking about he loved me, he'll take care of me and stuff like that. I'm just like, love me? You don't even know me. When I try to tell you about stuff about me, it's like you never listening, but you hear about the negative stuff about me and use it against me. And then especially when you don't get your way, and force yourself on me, like not once but twice. It's just like what did I do? Who did I call? And I'm just like, that same kid mindset of, I don't want to cause no uproar. I don't want to get in trouble. Because, like, I read stories, like, what did you do? What did you do to provoke him? What did you say to make him think, like, I'm just like, nothing. I'm literally just talking, and he's doing the act, like, force himself on me. Like, and both times I'm literally telling him to stop, telling him no, and he's not listening. Like, what else can I do? So especially that time, because I was in a dress with a cardigan, still covered myself up because I know I'm curvy. The first time I was wearing a nice blouse because it's his birthday, and some leggings and boots. It was winter, I'm wearing a coat, like none of our conversations is provocative. He would start trying to have those conversations. I would end it because I was just like, I'm trying to, go back to how I was back in the church and get my morals and belief and getting back right with God. And it's like he wouldn't listen. Like, I respect his religion, being Muslim, Ramadan, like, I'm good. But it wasn't reciprocated. So after that, I was like, I was listening to some music. Like, F that nigga, get his money. A lot of female rappers that's just really provocative, saying how they get it, how they want it. It's your body, your choice. And I was just like, you know what? It is my body, my choice. So, and then feminists talking about that, like, it was like a movement where, like, your body count shouldn't matter as a woman, stuff like that. Like, if guys can be hoes, girls can too. And I was like, I'm gonna try and gain whatever back what was taken from me, from a kid, from the folks, from the neighborhood, from the daycare, from the freaking from the man, really a boy, but a man that just did that to me. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have sex when I want to, when I want it. It's my body, my choice. And I just went on like this, like, whole face. Jezebel. I was already dressed and provocative, saying sexual things with my friends, and was just like, after what I did, it should definitely tighten me up. But after what happened, I was just like, no, I'm gonna do what I want when I want it. And I did friendship benefits, and after did friendship benefits with two, one friend of mine and an ex of mine. I went on went with this guy, this online guy, it's like here, and same thing. It was just his morals, his belief didn't match up with mine, didn't match up with me, and when I was starting to get feelings for him, I asked what this was, and he started saying it was all stressful. I was like, how is it stressful? I just asked, like, what are we? Like, that was it. Is it serious? Is it just for fun? You could just be honest. He wouldn't answer me. So I popped up at his house and heard that there's another company there. Oh no, you was just, so to say it wasn't serious. That's it. So it's just like, okay, cool. Went back with friends with benefits, and I didn't like how I was feeling. I was like, this liberation of it's your body, your choice. It wasn't nothing. It was literally just my emptiness was growing bigger. And same two friends with benefits from before the guy and after. And I was just like, what's this liberation? I don't feel liberated. I feel like I'm just an S worker. Like, I did it without getting paid. So I was just like, yo, I don't like this feeling after. I just felt gross. So I feel that feeling after as a kid, like I shouldn't be doing this. This is gross. You know, I know these two. I just started feeling that feeling. I was like, maybe I should go back to not having sex anymore. Like, try and go back to being a born again. Try and go back to that. And when I was on the path, 2022 to 2023, didn't want to smoke anymore, didn't want to drink anymore, definitely after the termination. New 2 jobs, switch jobs, whole completely, not in retail anymore, doing ABA therapy, doing security work. I felt like, okay, I feel like I'm getting the hang of everything. Just came off from the cruise, and then one of my coworkers I never realized that was there, and he caught my eye, and it was just like, yo. And the way the sun was hitting on him, it was like, he's the one. I was just like, no way. At my job? I'm like, again, don't work where you don't date where you work, ma'am. And I was just like, okay, we could just talk. And I was getting ready for work, and I think I mentioned this in the video, but I think I was getting myself ready for work, and he hit me up. He asked me to pick him up out at his place, and I went to his place. He didn't realize I was behind his people's, and I parked, and she took me upstairs to his apartment. He's on the top floor, showed me around. I was like, okay, this is nice. And we chilling before we go to work. And it was just like, I don't know what made me do this, but like, he kissed me. I got on top of him, and then it just went fast. Went real fast. Like, intercourse. I was just like in shock that I did that, because I'm like, I'm never, besides that first time with drinking, but now I'm sober, I'm like, I'm never like that to just be so freely like that. And he was just like, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. Like I'm trying to be a born again. Like, this is not the way. Like, what am I doing? And he wasn't shaming me at all. He was just like, you know, it's fine, it's cool. And then like that encounter, then I slept with someone else at the site too. I was like, what is going on? I can't control my hormones. I can't control my V. Something is going on. And like, and he mentioned it too. The first guy. And then I was, because it was just like on my mind, like, they both talk to each other. That's messy. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I was like, this is not like me. And he brought it up. I was like, did that person tell you? Dated a guy that was from Aligned, and he mentioned that I work, like, he asked if I worked 2 jobs for what? I was like, oh, to get myself out of debt during COVID. No, not during COVID. I just wanted to work and try to live out of underneath my mom. And he was like, oh, we can do that if you join OF. I didn't know what that was. So he explained to me, he's like, Pornhub. And I was like, don't you have a child, a daughter? And he was just like, my face won't be in the camera. And I was like, oh, so it's just gonna be my face. And meanwhile, if I have a kid, my kid's gonna endure the backlash. Yeah, no. And that same conversation happened again with the other gentleman at the security site where we both worked. And before the accident, I don't know how this conversation came about, but I think because I already mentioned that I didn't want, I always say this to every guy, I don't like to share, if you're going to be with other females, because I'm not going to fight over you. And I don't like to share because females are dirty. And because of that, he I guess was asking like, would you do like certain things? I was like, no, because that still requires you to share. You're with me, you, and a girl. No, me and you with another guy. Still no. And he's just like, oh, you want to enjoy it? I'm just like, no. I'm like, isn't that like some OF? He's like, well, we could do OF. I was like, this nigga like brightened up. I was like, you would do OF and you have a son? And he's like, he said the same thing like the last guy did. My face won't be in the video. So I was like, no, definitely not. I'm good. Like, still like, no, because even before this OF came about, having your nudes leaked or someone records you doing stuff unannounced to you and that gets out there and then it follows you everywhere. Yeah, no, I already have my digital footprint with these videos on YouTube. I don't need something like that on the internet. These are more so like, I did it, I want you to learn. I did it, I want you to recognize and get out of it before it's too late. Like how it was almost too late for me. Went from not having my father, he left out my life, feeling hatred towards him, wishing him death, and feeling alone, taken advantage of at a very young age with folks, daycares, feeling anxious, depressed, outcasted, bullied, ED, and trying to be grown at another young age, teenage years. Like all those stuff didn't do, like that could have been my reason of doing OF or prostitution or, you know, taking my life, but it wasn't me. While I was with, I meant to say this as well, when I was trying to, after the accident, build on whatever I had with this guy, it was really trauma bond, because we both were, and I attacked him and I crashed my car and I You gotta watch the video. We both was trying to stay together, you know. Everyone else was just like, y'all shouldn't be together. And that poem I have on my YouTube where I feel like I'm drowning, and I called him and he didn't pick up. And then he texted me saying his son was in the room asleep with him. Okay, cool, that's sweet, my bad. And then he called me and I sent him the poem. I read it to him, and it's like something about like how he was saying some of the stuff did rub me the wrong way. Because I said I felt like I was drowning. I was trying to pay. I feel like I was not able to, like, I don't know. You gotta read the poem on my post on my YouTube channel. And it was literally just me not able to make it feel like I was drowning. Like, and feel like no one is helping me. Feel like I can't pay my bills. Feel like I can't talk to nobody. Still feeling this emptiness. And he was just like, what do you need to do? Can you think of anything you may need to do to fix your problem? I feel like he was alluring to us doing OF together. And I was just like, I don't know, but I also felt like I needed to hang up the phone. So I did, and started watching testimonies about lust and pornography. Like, how deep can someone fall in? And a lot of people fell in really deep into it, of either doing pornography, watching it to the point where they had to watch it every day, X amount of times a day. And like, it gets really rough in that department. And I felt like I can relate to these people, even though I'm like 25, 26 years old, 27, one of 20, I'm 20. When this happened, I was 26, 27 years old. And I feel like I could relate to these people of, even though I still feel like I was still down with them, because I felt like if I couldn't sleep, I had to watch it and self-pleasure. So I was like, I want to break this off of me. So I'm like, I feel like this liberation of sleeping with men, it's not working. It's causing more damage, more harm to me than ever before. And I didn't like the aftermath. I ain't like it. I feel shame, feel gross, feel disgusted. Definitely take a shower after each time. And even if I showered afterwards or showered that night, like, I will shower twice if I do have intercourse with somebody, with a friend with benefits, with an ex or him. It was just like, I need to keep washing myself, but the more I wash, that feeling didn't go away. So even with just being with him, I feel like I had to wash myself twice a day. Not only when we lay up with each other, I just felt really dirty. And so after watching these testimonies, one of them really touched me, and his prayer really spoke to me. I'm gonna try and find it. If I can't, I'm sorry, but I know it's in my history. And I started to pray, and it's like I'm at work. The time stopped it felt like the time stopped. I'm at work. I'm in the office where the cameras are. What is it called? CCTV the CC room, one of those room, and no cars is passing by. The time is off the screen. The person behind me that's supposed to stay up is knocked. No one's not talking on the radio. No one's not walking anywhere. So it's like, where do you want to go? And I closed my eyes back. And I kept praying, talking to God. And I'm in like this dark room, and I could hear someone crying. And so I'm looking. I see this little girl. Like the spotlight is on her, and I can see like these. It looked like, I'm gonna say monsters. It looked like these monsters are touching her, like either tugging at her arm, her leg, or touching her inappropriately. And I started to get so upset and run towards her, and I yelled stop like so loud, and my body was just shaking. And the little girl was just me. It was literally like, I was wearing pink. I was wearing pink. One of the photos I really like was when I was wearing this pink sweater, long sleeve, and I was wearing like these white leggings, and I had some cute Barbie shoes. That's literally, I like Barbie when I was a kid. And she was crying, and I just hold her on so tightly. I was like, that's all I wanted, was feel protected as a kid, to feel love. Even I feel love with my family, don't get me wrong, but in certain aspects that happened in my life, I didn't feel protected or feel loved when I came to certain people with certain things. A lot of things I would tell them about, like the bullying or the ED, a lot of stuff got brushed off. It got laughed at. It got made fun of. And instead of support and love and help in some of those things, or even the bully situations, like I wasn't loved. I felt like I wasn't loved enough. So I just wish I hugged her some more, protect her like she's supposed to as a kid. Like none of that stuff wouldn't happen if I was protected or looked after well enough. And like get a voice as a kid, because as an adult, that's another thing the Lord's pushed me to do, get a voice when it's the right time. Like after you came back from your